All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Jamie, and this is Diesel Thunder Aviation that you are watching. I am one of the volunteer ground crew here with the Collings Foundation F4 Phantom, and I don't know if you guys can see down the duct behind me. We got a little bit of work going on down the duct and in the engine compartment, so we'll check that out here in a minute. I want to say thank you to all of you guys that tuned in for the live stream yesterday being Friday evening. Had a lot of fun in DCS flying our Phantom, or flying the Phantom rather. So looking forward to doing that tonight, but by the time you guys get to watch this, it'll be Sunday morning, so thank you ahead of time. So should be a good day. Anyway, let's get into this and see what we got going on here at the hangar today. All right, Al, what do we got going on in here today?
Well, we're hanging a light up here so we can do our engine bay inspection, and it's a good little bright LED. Back in the Air Force days, we used to have a fluorescent light.
It was just hanging on the T-track, right?
Right, and we put two little T's on it and slide it back on the rail. We're making do with what we got, with I'm sure it'll be plenty bright enough.
Oh yeah, so what do we end up looking inside here?
Everything.
Tell me where you want it.
So the bulkheads, all the fittings and everything?
Under the lines, the clamps, routing, fire overheat
all the
lines,
loops?
All the loops.
All the detector loops. This is the fire and overheat detection here, and it's all throughout.
And we look for fire, make sure there's no fire in the bay.
Yep.
And good going over.
And this is something that happens anytime an engine comes out.
Correct.
Got it. And then, so that's pointing out a few things. That's a bleed air duct, correct?
Right, that's bleed air.
Okay. What is that? A fuel fitting?
No, that's bleed air that used to have on the trailing edge flaps, but they don't have it anymore.
Okay, so that system's non-existent anymore.
Right.
And that's capped off on the engines, right?
Right. It's on what we call the spider duct.
All of it.
Got it.
Holding it right there is perfect.
And then fuel is a little further up forward.
Right, it's right there with the aluminum foil over it.
Got it. And then electrical plugs and mounts.
Yeah, most of the operating stuff is forward.
Got it.
Now, as on the other engine bay, this duct runs up and forward, or runs up, and a lot of the ducting and stuff we don't have on this side is on that side.
Got it.
It's just interesting.
Some things are just a little easier to do on that engine, right? Some, not all. And then some things on this engine are a little easier because of the same thing.
Sorta.
Yep.
I wouldn't use the term here easy.
Nothing's easy on a Phantom.
No.
But awesome. Cool. Thanks for that, Al.
Sure.
All right, everybody. Engines behind me. Big round engines above me. And just another day here at the hangar. We're progressing into servicing the engine and why it came out. So we are doing a little bit of troubleshooting with the what's called a jet cowl box, and that helps us pinpoint areas of issue. Since we have the engine out, it gives us a perfect opportunity to test the thermocouples like I mentioned last week. This jet cowl box gives us that ability. So that's one of the best times to troubleshoot thermocouples and make sure that you've got all 12 of them are good. And then it also verifies the temperature amplifier that we got to see last week. So what better time than since the engine is out? Also gives us opportunity to tighten up any fittings, anywhere we see little seeps and things like that. You can't do that with a lot of lines in the jet, so this is a good time for us to inspect and everything. Now, what led us to this is you got to see us fly earlier, in June. We got two good flights in. During a post-flight inspection and a subsequent engine run, we found some issues that made us question what was going on with the number 2 engine. And like they like to say, there's a common saying in aviation that if there's any doubt, then there is no doubt. And if you've never heard that, the easier explanation is if there is any doubt as to the condition of a component or if it's going to affect safety of flight, then there is no doubt that you need to stop and figure out why. The last thing we want to do is send an airplane on the road and have to fix it on the road, because the logistics of that gets a lot harder, because now we got to fly crew to wherever the jet is and is currently parked. You got to find hangar space where the jet is parked. You got to have tools and equipment and possibly parts wherever the jet happens to be. So we're very happy we found what the issue with that engine here at home before we sent her on the road. Last thing we want to do is to have a broken airplane on the road, and that goes with a lot of these. This isn't like a P-51 Mustang or a P-25, which are arguably a little bit a fair bit simpler to work on and deal with. Skyraider, yeah, that can help too, but like complex jets, we're not sending a jet that we're not sending a jet that's less than 100% on the road. And unfortunately, that sometimes means that we may not make an air show. So, like Jared explained in his recent video, that's where we're at. We found some items during the post-flight and an engine run that led us to this. I know that doesn't explain a huge amount, but this is some of the technical stuff that goes over my head because I am not a turbine mechanic. So, unfortunately, my knowledge is somewhat limited with that. And on a different note, I'm very happy a lot of you guys enjoyed the last time I had the GoPro out, which was down at the Valiant Air Command Warbird Museum down in Titusville, Florida. I'm glad you guys all enjoyed that, and it was really nice to be able to crawl around another F4 Phantom and catch all the little subtle differences between a Navy Phantom and an Air Force Phantom. Anyway, that's where we're at, guys. Sadly, not a huge amount to film here. We're setting up different pieces of equipment for testing, and we'll go from there. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys on the live stream tonight, even though by the time you guys watch this, it'll be after the live stream. But thank you guys anyway. So have a good one, guys, and we'll see you guys next weekend.